Welcome back to the Filthy Rich Writer YouTube channel. I'm Nikki.
And I'm Kate. And together we have 35 plus years of copywriting experience. And today we're going to talk about why right now is a great time to go freelancing in particular. It's always been a great time to go freelancing, but I think people are starting to realize the trend is trending in the upward direction for freelancing.
Yeah, I think freelancing is one of those things where the best time to start was 20 years ago or whenever, any point in the past. And the second best time is right now.
Mm-hmm. And so we're going to talk about some stats that relate to this that I think are very, very fascinating. You'll be interested to hear if you've been curious about going freelance. But I think the key is that starting to lay the groundwork now, even if you're not ready to go full-time freelance or even part-time right now, maybe you're just dabbling, it's still a great time to learn these skills so that you have them in your back pocket, because especially in the news right now, we're not going to drop names on certain companies, but the layoffs are not uncommon. And I think there's this illusion when it comes to freelancing that safety, you're safer when you're on staff because you're getting a paycheck every 2 weeks or every month or whatever it is. But as we know, you're safe when you're in control of your income.
Yeah, when you're working for a company, you give up complete control. You don't control how much you make. You don't control where you work, when you work, and you don't even control if you work, because again, they may do layoffs or the companies may go out of business, and or they may just decide that they're not going to do the work that you are in that department anymore. That's loyalty to a company. It doesn't matter. It's business. And the thing is, when you have freelance skills, you've always got something to fall back on. And again, freelance skills, and we'll put a link in the description to talk about freelance skills, but it's not just a matter of, okay, well, now I'm freelance and now I'll just find clients. There are a specific set of skills that will ensure that you are successful as a freelancer. And you have to develop those skills. Nobody is born knowing how to freelance.
Yeah, absolutely. And so one of the stories recently, and we'll link to this article, is on Forbes. And it said high revenue freelancing surges as more Americans flock to independent work. So the stat behind high revenue, if you're thinking, well, I couldn't possibly make as much as I make on staff. And absolutely, you should be making more than you make on staff. But the number of independent earners making 100,000 or more grew by 53% from 2021 to 2023. So only in the past couple of years, to 4.6 million people. And we'll link to the report in the description.
Remember the benefits for companies. If a company wants a project done, if they have a certain need, they can hire a freelancer, or they have to hire a full-time person to do that work. They're stuck with that full-time person. They have to pay out any benefits, and they have to, it is a big commitment to hire someone and bring them on staff. When you as a freelancer are working with them, you offer them flexibility. They can work with you on a project to project basis. They don't have to pay you for 40 hours a week. They could pay you for 20, or they could pay you for 5, or they could pay you by the project. You give a company a lot of benefits by being able to be flexible as a freelancer, and by splitting your income over several different clients. And companies are willing to pay more for that flexibility.
And so, yeah, not only are the number of freelancers total just growing. And so between 2022 and 2023, there are now 26 million. And so it's gone up 20% in only a couple of years. And then even part-time is surging by 130%. There's now an increase in part-time freelancers. But companies are also hiring more freelancers than ever before. So freelance labor now makes up 28% of company workforces.
And if you're worried that, I'm going to have to work for peanuts, I'm not going to be able to make much money. Yeah, there are always going to be companies that don't want to pay much money. That's how it is. But more than ever before, there are plenty of companies that want to work with freelancers and will pay top dollar for top quality skills, top quality talents, top quality abilities. So yeah, there are some clients that don't want to pay much, but there are plenty more clients who are absolutely happy to pay your going rate for your excellent skill.
Yeah. So not only does it benefit clients, but it benefits you. So I think the beautiful thing is that freelancing no longer means unemployed. I'm between jobs and now I'm freelancing while I look for that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think more people are using the term like I'm running my own business, which I think is an important mindset shift to make. But you can absolutely have better benefits, and we'll link to more about that. You can absolutely have better benefits than what your company is offering you. You have control of when and where and how you work and who you work with, not only your colleagues, but the projects that you're working on. You are in total control of the work that you're doing. Yeah. And so people are prioritizing and valuing having that flexibility and control over their life, so that it's not just, work
over their lives, over their income, over their schedule, over where they work from. If you have something coming up and you want to earn more money, you dial up your outreach, you get more clients in, you get more projects and you get more work in. If you have maybe a vacation coming up, or if your kids are home in the summer and you don't want to work as much over the summer, then you dial down your outreach. But you get to be in control of the opportunities that are coming into you, of the workload and
of the vacation time,
and of your income.
Yeah.
And on top of that, when a company hires you by the project, or for a certain number of hours a week instead of the 40 hours or whatever, they get your specific expertise instead of trying to find someone that will be 40 hours that does a bunch of different things, when they can get so much more effective results when they hire one person who is a specific expert in one area. It's so much more effective for them, and they're willing to pay more for that expertise versus trying to cram a bunch of different expertises into one perfect candidate. And we know it's very hard to find candidates in general.
And if you're wondering what types of companies are going to work with freelancers, who are these companies that are hiring freelancers? How are they making up such a big portion of the workforce? Really, any company will hire and work with freelancers.
Truly, down from the tiny solopreneur companies all the way up to multi-billion-dollar companies and beyond. I don't know if we even have any multi-trillion, but certainly companies of all shapes and sizes, organizations, not just for-profit companies, nonprofit, they will all hire freelancers.
Yeah, if they'll hire you to work on staff and pay you, then they can absolutely hire you as a freelancer.
And that's another great point about what kinds of skills can you freelance in. If you've been paid to do it by a company, you can be paid to do it as a freelancer. I think some people think, well, graphic designers are freelancers or web developers are freelancers. And absolutely that is the case. But you can be freelance at virtually any kind of career. If you've been paid to do it on staff, you can be paid to do it as a freelancer. Okay, that's what we have for you. So if you're considering going freelance, first step, hit subscribe to this channel and then start checking out some of the other videos that we have for you, because we have a ton of information here. And we'll catch you in the next video.